In today's video, I want to introduce you a new SuperTrend indicator on TradingView that gives you the most accurate signals. Just make sure you watch this video until the end, because I'm going to teach you a very profitable trading strategy based on this new SuperTrend. To add this amazing indicator to our chart here, we click on Indicators and search Standardized SuperTrend Oscillator. This one written by someone named Quantinux. Alright, this is the new SuperTrend, and instead of the overlaying on the price chart like older versions, this one is added below the chart because it's an oscillator. As you can see, it's moving above and below the central line, which is 0. By transforming the original SuperTrend into an oscillator, this indicator offers both trend following capabilities and mean reversion capabilities. This means it helps us with trends like the original versions and also helps us identify potential reversals based on the overbought and oversold conditions. As you can see, we have different components in this indicator, which I will explain now. And after that, I will teach you a very accurate trading strategy based on this indicator. So make sure you won't miss it. As you can see, we have candles here, Hinai candles. And this is actually a SuperTrend oscillator. A SuperTrend that is standardized and is shown like Heikin-Ashi candles by default. Here, in the settings of the indicator, you can change the style of the oscillator. If you set it on line, you will just have a smooth line, but when you set it on candles, you will have Heikin-Ashi candles. This style is more suitable when you need more information. For example, when you want to know exactly when the moment is changing. Consider you are using this trend in the trend following strategy and you want to enter the pullbacks. So these candles help you to know when there is a pullback. When it's green, it means a pullback is probably forming, and it lets you know when the pullback is ended, and you can enter a trade. Let's change the style of the SuperTrend oscillator to line, because now I'm just explaining the indicator and this is clearer view of the indicator. Alright, so this white line with green and red shadows is our SuperTrend oscillator. Like any other oscillators, when it crosses the central line, it can be a signal for a change in the trend. When it crosses below the central line, it's a signal for a downtrend. And when it crosses above the central line, it's a signal of an uptrend. But during the times that the market is flat, like here in this part, just like any other oscillators, we can have false central line crossovers, or it can also happen in deep pullbacks. There is an option in the settings of this indicator, a Heikin-Ashi source, which when you turn it on, the SuperTrend oscillator becomes smoother and generates fewer false signals on the central line crossovers. For example, for this part, during this flat market, when I turn it on, you can see how it reduces the false signals. We keep this option on because by doing so, we will have a smoother oscillator line. Alright. As you can see, besides this white line, which is the SuperTrend oscillator, we have red lines and blue lines, which are SuperTrend of the SuperTrend oscillator. It's kind of a SuperTrend of SuperTrend. If you don't need them and find them distracting, here in the settings of the indicator, you can turn off of the SuperTrend of the oscillator. But we need it for our strategy here for Canarian signals. I will set on both of the signals buy and sell. We will have buy signals based on the SuperTrend of our SuperTrend oscillators. When it becomes red, it's a sell signal, and when it becomes blue, it's a buy signal. These signals are faster than the central line crossovers. I mean the central line crossover of the oscillator line, and we need these signals in our strategy. We also have these yellow lines, which are reversion traces. These are based on RSI and provide dynamic thresholds for overbought and oversold areas. Here in the settings of the indicator for reversion signals, if you turn on both overbought and oversold, the indicator will show overbought and oversold signals when the oscillator goes beyond these levels. I didn't find them very useful. We have better indicators for this purpose like RSI. So we go to the settings of the indicator and we turn off the reversion signals. Alright, now let me teach you a trading strategy based on this indicator. As you can see, some of the signals are very good, and we have large movements in the price after them. But some others are not good, and we need to filter them. For this purpose, here we click on the indicators and search for MACD. This one, Moving Average Convergence Divergence. We need to change the settings of the MACD indicator here. For the fast length, we set it at 100. For the slow length, we set it at 200, and for signal smoothing we set it at 50. Then here for the time frame we set it on a higher time frame than our chart time frame. Right now we are on a 1 hour time frame, so here we set it on 4 hour time frame. And then here in the style tab we remove the MACD line and signal line. For the appearance of the histogram we set it on the area. Everything is already set on the chart. Don't forget that you can find daily useful market analysis in our Telegram channels. Links you can find in the description. The MACD with the special settings that we made shows us the overall trend of the market in a higher time frame. When it's green, the overall trend of the market is up, and when it's red, the overall trend of the market is down. So, when the MACD to histogram is green, we take only these buy signals. We don't care about the sell signals, because the MACD to histogram tells us that the overall trend of the market is up, and these sell signals are against the trend of the market. But these buy signals are in the same direction as the overall trend. And as you can see, all of them are profitable signals. But if you look at the sell signals, you can see that they are not very good signals. On the other hand, when the MACD histogram is red, we only take sell signals, because the MACD histogram is telling us that the overall trend is down. So we should only take the signals that are in the same direction with the direction of the overall trend. Please pay attention that this strategy is a trend following strategy, and in times that a reversal is happening in the market, you may get bad signals like these, or especially when the market is not trending, you may encounter false signals. So you need to manage your risk properly. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.